for that. And so one of our COO, our Chief Operating Officer, actually sat down with a few of us and said, I want you to create a dashboard for me so I can know what's happening within the organization and I can make better management decisions. And so rather than do a traditional dashboard, in true care tradition, we made it a lot more complicated because we can never do things simply. And we put a whole bunch of other things around it. But I think in the end actually came up with a much more effective system. Because dashboards traditionally look at things like finance. You know, they're meant for profit, so they look at finance, health, you know, human resources, sales, and those kinds of things. And so when we started to think about it for an organization like CARE, we're like, well, we can do the finance bits, and we can do the IT bits and the HR bits and all of that. That's fairly straightforward, and we can just copy off, you know, umpteen dashboards that are out there. But when other organizations put their sales and their profit as their bottom line, what do we put as our bottom line? And without having that, will it actually skew things within the organization towards, you know, what is our financial picture looking like without getting down to the bottom of what do we actually exist for? And so we put together this relatively complex system, and it's called Ubora. So in case you ever, you know, encounter CARE, there's a system called Ubora. And it was someone's smart idea that we had too many acronyms in the organization, and so therefore we had to come up with an unpronounceable, unspellable, a name that no one can ever remember. So it's from Swahili, and then of course the Swahili speaker promptly told us that's really not what it means, but we will go with this for now. It means excellence. And we also pronounce it apparently wrong, because no one actually asked someone who speaks Swahili.
I speak Swahili.
You do, and it should
Ubora. Ubora.
Ubora, yes, but we call.
You don't have a W system.
Yeah, I know. Ubora, yeah. And we call it Ubora.
American accent.
Very American. What does it mean?
I think it's close to excellence.
Very close.
I was told that it meant more around trying to achieve better things.
Yes.
Was, I guess, could mean excellence, but anyway. And so what it is it's a framework that we're trying to put together two parts of the organization, which in many, and I don't know how many of you have, you know, actual work experience with large NGOs, but you know, there's two parts. There's the program support part, that's the finance people and the HR people and all of them, and then there's the programmers who consider themselves to be the lead, and we don't like to talk to each other. We don't get along very well. And we're often in conflict. And so what this framework was trying to do was actually to try to bring together the program support people, you know, finance and HR and audits and compliance and procurement and all those delightful people who we feel, as programmers feel,